Today I'm going to test this small, almost tiny, but surprisingly powerful tire inflator. Now, is it worth it, or is it just marketing? That's what this video is about, because I believe that a tire inflator is one of those almost indispensable accessories. Everyone should have one because no one is exempt from an emergency, and they come in different sizes, they come at different price points. There are bigger ones, smaller ones, some with a cable to connect to the cigarette lighter, or compact, tiny, and wireless ones. I mean, you don't need to keep it plugged in, you just charge it with USB and you can easily carry it in your vehicle, like this inflator from the brand Etenwolf S1. So the real test comes with a truck. I'm going to inflate the tire of a 2026 Ford Lobo pickup truck, a big tire, but also a small tire, from a Toyota Corolla 2006 that's over 20 years old. An old car and a soccer ball. I'll highlight the main features that make this Etenwolf S1 tire inflator stand out. I also think the price is great. Welcome. But now, let's see how this inflator arrives at your home. This is the unboxing of the Etenwolf, the Tire Tar Pump S1. We're going to open it here. Let's see how the packaging looks. We set the box aside. There we have the inflator. Let's take it out. Obviously, it's going to come with its instructions. Very good. Honestly, I don't think it needs much instruction. If you like that, consider this basic reading. You don't just glance at it in the bathroom. It's really easy to use. It comes with a little warranty card. This is the slogan: Explore beyond power within, and a 24-month warranty. You have to scan the QR code, and here you have the device itself. What it has is that it's quite compact. I like, let's say, how compact it is. I like the presentation, how it's packed. Let's take out the hose a bit. Look at how the hose is stored here. It's just for that, right? To make it easier to store, to keep it inside your vehicle. It's very well packed. Here it says pull. We take this out and here we have another accessory. This is for inflating sports balls, right? Balls, soccer balls. Here we have what we call the needle, to inflate balloons. There you have it, and you can keep it stored in the same place it comes in. And the hose, well, yes, it's flexible. I also like this, as I said, it's very ergonomic overall. We're going to put it here. Let's see what else is in the box, and then we'll keep looking at the device. Here we have this in English. It must be a pouch. This is a bag. The case for you to store it in. And I have two. Pretty nice. This little bag has the adapter, right? For the tire inflator. This one and this must be the charger. That's everything it comes with. Everything is very simple. USB-A to USB-C charger. One important thing is, look at this detail I'm seeing here. You don't have to keep twisting the hose or the whole device because this part is completely independent and you can just screw it on there. That's what I mean. This is an independent screw-on, so it makes it much easier to attach the adapter. Now you can go ahead and inflate the tires. Let's turn it on to see how much charge it has. They sent it to me fully charged. I mean, well, I imagine that's how I'll receive it too because it came sealed in plastic packaging. I mean, what I meant is brand new out of the box. And there you have it set to 35 psi, which is for a car. You can increase the psi using the plus sign there to the amount of air you want. Let's leave it at 35. Most vehicles are between 32 and 35, so we'll see that when we do the test. And we also have a flashlight here. Look at the flashlight. How nice it looks. It also has an SOS signal feature. It has a distress signal and a flashing signal, and then it turns off. Here you have different modes. I was going to say driving mode, but no, these aren't driving modes, they're inflation modes. From this button, you can switch between them. It has some presets for vehicles, for bicycles, and for a basketball. But now, let's try it in a real scenario with a large truck, the Ford F-150 Lobo. A tire that covers a 22-inch rim. It's a big tire. Let's see. It's the front passenger side tire that's low, it's lost some air, and we're going to check it because we're going to drive it around before testing it with the inflator and Etenwolf. Let's see what the tire sensor says. Let's see, there it is. Look, there you can see the tire pressure. 38, the left one, 38, the rear one, 38, the other one too, and 29, the tire. Got it. I just showed you that it's the one that needs more air pressure. So let's go do the inflation test and let's time how long it takes us to get it to. Well, it's also very important to check. It says 38 there, but actually the manufacturer recommends that you use 35 psi for the front tire. That's for a cold tire. The cold tire pressure. Now it says 38, but let's do it. For the test, we're going to take it from 29 to 35, which is the recommended pressure, and we're going to time it to see how fast this Etenwolf air compressor is. All right, we have our Etenwolf ready. We're going to turn it on. It's already on. The thing is, the sunlight is reflecting. Well, I hope you can see it, but it's showing 35 there. We're going to proceed to inflate this tire. And there, it gives us the reference. It says 29.4, and I hope you can see it there. You can see 29.4. I have the stopwatch ready, but we have the pressure here at 29. We're going to take it to 35 psi. That's the manufacturer's recommendation for this Ford F-150, and we just go back and touch it again. We activate the Etenwolf inflator to start inflating right now, and we begin. Let's try to do it at the same time. Look, there we have it. 3 minutes and 21 seconds. There you have it, from 29 psi to 35. It did it in 3 minutes and 21 seconds. Now we have a reference point, and with that, Ford F-150, it performed pretty well. Now it has a battery, the Inflator, a 5,200 milliamp battery that should be enough to inflate several tires at once. Inflating several large tires is different from small ones. Next, we'll see this with the Toyota Corolla as we take the measurement. Obviously, if it was able to inflate the large tire from 275 millimeters wide with 22-inch rims, that kind of tire size, well, it should easily inflate the Toyota Corolla's tire. But anyway, let's do the measurement there. But with that 5,200 milliamp battery, an important fact is that you can inflate, depending on how deflated those tires are, you can inflate a couple of tires on a large pickup, maybe even all 4 tires in an emergency situation. But anyway, let's look at the Toyota Corolla now. Obviously, the tires are much smaller. Here we're talking about 185/65 R15 tires, which are much smaller. And, well, first let's look at the manufacturer's recommendation. It says 30 psi in the back, 30 psi. That's what the tire pressure should be. It's a little low. Let's check. We turn it on here. The compressor. Let's see. That's how much pressure it has. This tire. Let's put it here in the shade so we can see it better. We're talking about 25.926 and it should reach 30. So what we're going to do is adjust here with the digital gauge. With the plus and minus, you can adjust the amount of air pressure you're going to put into the tire. Let's set it to 30. Let's take it to 30.2 and leave it there. Let's do that. Obviously, I'm going to bring the gauge so we can measure, and we're going to proceed to inflate this tire. You press the same power button here. That's what activates the compressor. From there. I think we're moving at record speed. There it is. 57 seconds, but I stopped it a little late. I also started at about a second. 56, 57 seconds. The mark we've achieved with the compressor, and there you can also see that it reached 30 psi on this smaller Toyota Corolla tire. You can also use it to inflate a soccer ball just in time for the World Cup. Well, you can use your air compressor, set it to the ball or sports ball setting, which you have right there. You can change that. With this little button, the ball icon will start blinking. It's set to 8.5 and you just change it. Obviously, for the attachment, you put in the needle to inflate the ball, and then you let it automatically inflate to the desired air pressure. And you'll have your ball ready so you can show off your soccer skills. Well, what would be the pros and cons? Well, I find it pretty practical, portable, compact, and well-built. Very easy to use. It's going to get you out of a jam. It's really good. As for the cons, well, maybe for inflating several. I'm talking about several, like in an extreme emergency, several large tires. Maybe it could fall a little short, but really, how often are you going to have that kind of extreme emergency? I doubt it. This compact inflator, just as you see it, I think it's going to do the job perfectly, and it'll be there at your disposal when you have an emergency. For anyone who has a big pickup truck like the one we see here, a large SUV, a mid-size one, a smaller car, or a compact car. Well, for almost any type of vehicle, having this accessory is going to be very useful for you. Like I said at the beginning, I think it's essential. It's really good to have it inside your vehicle. Alright, let me know in the comments what you think about the tire inflator. The sponsor of this video, obviously this is a sponsored video, and I have that one. If you're interested, you can get it at the time of recording this video. It was priced at $39.39. A purchase link is in the video description if you want it. I think it makes an excellent gift for Father's Day, for a birthday, for a lady, for your girlfriend, for your sister, or your cousin. Well, I think it's, like I said, an accessory that's very important to have in your vehicle. Take a look at the description. There, I tell you how. There it is, the link to the website where you can buy it. Leave your opinion in the comments, and that's all for now. Sending a big hug.